Chapter 3, Number 61. A jet airline moving initially at 300 miles per hour to the east suddenly enters a region where the wind is blowing at 100 miles per hour toward the direction 30 degrees north of east. What are the new speed and direction of the aircraft relative to the ground? First, you are given that the velocity of the plane is 300 miles per hour to the east. You are also given that the velocity of the wind is 100 miles per hour at 30 degrees north of east. We are then asked to find the resulting velocity of the plane. To do this, we separate the velocities into a x direction and a y direction. We do this with this equation: velocity equals velocity towards the x direction plus velocity towards the y direction. When you plug your numbers in, it should look like this. For the velocity in the x direction, you should get 300 plus 100 times cosine of 30 degrees. It is cosine of 30 degrees because when you do the trigonometric functions, cosine will be facing in the x direction. Then you'll add that by velocity of y. Velocity of y should be 100 times sine of 30 degrees. You will use sine because when you do your trigonometric functions, it'll be facing in the y direction. When you simplify your equation, it should look like this. Now that you have simplified your equation into the velocity in the x direction and the velocity in the y direction, now you have to find the velocity in the direction the plane now goes with the wind applied to it. To find this velocity, you would use a triangle as shown. You would separate into the x direction, which is 387, and you'd separate into the y direction, which is 50. And the resulting velocity you would find using the Pythagorean theorem. When you use the Pythagorean theorem, your equation should look like this. Finally, once you solve for velocity, you will get velocity equals 390 miles per hour. Now we are going to find the direction of the airplane. We will separate into the y direction, which is only wind, and we will separate into the x direction, which is the wind plus the speed of the airplane. You will then find the angle the airplane travels when you use the equation tan of theta equals y over x. When you plug in the y's and the x's, it'll look just like this. Once you solve for theta, you will get theta equals 7.37 degrees north of east. So at the end, your plane is traveling 390 miles per hour at 7.37 degrees north of east.